Cool, so welcome back to the channel. We're hitting a quad bias leg day today. So you just saw me do my pendulum squat. So it is pretty busy today, so wasn't too much of an intro, but here it is the intro. So I did my pendulum squat today. I did 2.5 plates for 2 sets. The first one was about 15 reps. The second was around 12. So the rep range was definitely hit between my 10 to 15 rep range, which is where I typically want to hit, so that was good. On the thing that I did actually change on this pendulum versus what I usually do is I actually decreased the foot pad. So what I mean by that is usually the incline is like this. So on the pendulum, the center of axis of point of turning is over actually here. So when you anchor around that pivot point, the foot position actually does matter a lot. So for me, I mean, for a lot of other people, what they have is a very high incline. So when they go down, it's more aligned. It's more aligned perpendicular to the line of action, which is this way here, through your feet. But for me personally, I actually like driving through the floor with my heels. So I actually decreased the angle, and pretty much what I do is I drive upwards rather than drive outwards. Anyway, it's just a personal preference, of course, when it comes to your ankle mobility and your dorsiflexion ability. So that's just what I liked, and I liked it today as well. So I'm going to continue with that. I am sweating because it's hot as today, and I've just done 2 sets of my pendulum. So now we're going to do it on to our Bulgarian split squats. So I've got that 28 kilos, 26 kilos or so, and I'm going to do each leg. So I'm going to start with my right and I'm going to go to my left as well, because I do believe my left is slightly more defined, slightly a bit better, and way more stable. So I'm going to try to do my right first, then my left, and then we'll do leg extensions, and then we'll do our hamstring curls, and then we'll do our abductors and calves, and that's it for today. So we're going for a good session today, a long one. So let's get straight into it. Upon request, I'm going to explain why I do this and how I do the movement. So this is a Bulgarian split squat. Now, I'll do this with the split machine because it's very easy to adjust the height of the foot position on my opposite leg. So for this one, I always try and keep my opposite leg that I'm not doing here, but then I try and sit back into the movement. Now, what I mean by that is I have this foot outwards. I grab this for stability, and then instead of leaning forward like this and have my chest over my knees, I kind of lay back into myself. What I mean by that is lie back, stretch this quad, and this angle is a lot different to me being chest over, because that just hinges on my hips and reduces the amount of force I can produce through my legs. So I sit like this, create a lot of tension here, stretch here, but then drive upwards. So it keeps me a lot more stable, a lot more upright. And that's exactly how I do this. So we did 28 kilos, 17 reps. We're gonna up it this time and see if we can get about 20. So let's go on our second set. Okay, that was not 20 reps. Man. 3, 4. Oh, man. All right, so that was tough. We did about 2 sets here. I think I actually said 3. We did 2 sets. We're supposed to do 2 sets. 6 sets for quads in this session. So last time in my previous videos at the very start of my YouTube channel, I used to do 4. Now I've upped it to 6, and I think it's a lot better, and I can still recover from it. So as long as you can recover from the sets that you're doing, it's worth it. So we're upping it to 6 now. It's feel great. We're doing a single leg extension now, just because it feels amazing. The pump is great, the connection is great, and the stimulus is awesome. So we're gonna do that, and then, sorry bro. And then we're gonna do this, and then we're gonna move on to our hamstrings, and then of course our calves and abductors. One thing we should do on our next leg day, which is our hamstring leg day, is I'm gonna focus on more on my lower back and my glutes. So we might even start doing a hip thrust. We're not too sure, but I don't really want to do a hip thrust, but we're also gonna have to. So it's all about the legs. So lower body is lower body. So if that's what we've got to do, that's what we've got to do. Enough yap. We're gonna start here, and then we're gonna go on to our hamstrings, like I said. So here we go. Tense at the back. Oof. Alright, that's a wrap. Alright, so we just got told up for recording, so I'm hiding. We're in the corner doing abductors because my hamstring decided to spasm out, which is my fault because that's what happens when you don't have enough electrolytes and enough sodium and enough hydration. So what happens when you're dehydrated, mate? It's my fault, and my hamstring spazzed out. So we'll hit that tomorrow, but for now, abductors, I'm back on the calves. So let's get this sorted, shall we? Alright, nice and easy, straight leg the entire time. So what you'll see is I'm rocking all the way down and then coming back up, but not 100% up. I'm only going back to 90. So we always know that in 2026, like everyone knows that the muscle grows in length and range. So I'm gonna always emphasize the length and range, go full stretch, and always come up to about 90 degrees, not anything past that, because I'm going to try and go in that most anabolic range of motion and stay there. So, all right, so that is a wrap on the leg day. I'm just sitting in the corner right now to try and record this, but that's okay. So, recap, boys and girls. So, we have hit 2 sets of our pendulum. So we did 2.5 plates there for about 1 for 15, 1 for about 12 or so, and then we went to 3 sets of our quadrant and split squats, which are 28 kilos. First set was about 16, second was about 12, and then third was about 12 or so, somewhere around there. And then we went to hamstrings. That was a complete fail. Make sure you hydrate and stay hydrated throughout your session, boys and girls, because clearly today I didn't do a very good job of that. So we went on to abductors, which we did our typical weight, but I definitely see progress in my adductors, so which means that my frequency is very good. So I do hit them on both of my leg days, which means I hit them on my quad days and I hit them on my hamstring days as well as calves. So calves has definitely improved as well, which means that my frequency between those 2 days definitely has has actually had a good outcome. So the frequency is definitely very good. It doesn't matter about hitting them once a week, but the frequency is a lot better than hitting the total volume in one day. And science does say that. So everyone knows that the frequency is a lot better. Then that's why people don't do the bro split anymore. When you do one body part per day for the entire week, that frequency isn't there, right? Which means that you're just not growing as much as you potentially could be. So that is good though. Calves have been growing, abductors have been growing, and my legs have been growing overall. So that's always a positive. I'm currently sitting about 83 kilos right now, 83.27 as of this morning, which means we're going to try and go to about 81, and not just loss of glycogen, but actually loss of body fat. So I'm going to about 81 kilos, or about 79, or hover around there. And then of course we're going to start our growth phase. So that was a good leg day today. A lot more tough than I would have expected, but that's okay. We have those days and that's fine. We're going to go back onto the treadmill now, do 45 minutes of cardio while I edit this video. And then, yeah, that's enough. Click here for subscribe, click here for another video. Thank you for watching, and as per usual, I'll see you in the next one.